everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank the 9 new subscribers that I have. Honestly, I thought it was going to take longer than that to even get one because I am so nervous about recording content. And this is completely new for me. I am stepping completely out of my comfort zone. But hey, here I am. And so I appreciate y'all for taking the time to engage with my comment. You guys are leaving comments, liking the video. It is so appreciated. There are so many channels on YouTube, and so it's highly competitive and a little intimidating. And so, again, I thank you so much for dropping by, and I hope to keep producing content that you guys enjoy. So, thank you so much for that. Today, we are going to be finalizing this saga with Veronica Shaw, aka Chef P, aka Pink Sauce Lady. So, if you watched my last video, you would have seen that Miss Veronica done went down to the Starbucks to use that good old free Wi-Fi to complain and piss and moan, like my grandma used to say, God rest her beautiful soul, and just basically tell us how we ain't about nothing because her product ain't selling and she got $1 million business and she can't understand what's wrong with us. Okay. It ain't her, it is us. And so she put on this whole performance, and let me tell you, this girl should have considered being an actress because she went and found some kind of hat from like the LL Cool J era, okay? A dusty t-shirt, no kind of concealer, makeup, nothing. Barefaced as she could be, and it's nothing wrong with bareface, don't get me wrong, but baby looked like she ain't had no kind of sleep whatsoever, digging and scratching in that head. I mean, she tried to put on a whole show for us to feel sorry for her. She ain't got no money to even keep herself together. So after that, she went on for about 45 minutes, but I just could not take anymore. And so, again, if y'all want to see the rest of that, kindly visit the Plainest Jane. She has the whole rant on her video. Shout out to her for being able to capture and save that footage for us, but I just could not do it. So today, I want to start with this update, so she says about where she been, because I guess she disappeared for a little while, and people are wondering, what's good. And so we're gonna share this screen real quick. Let me take this down. We are going to share the screen, and I want y'all to watch this video that she put on YouTube about a week or so ago. Um, and as you can see, she done went home. She gathered herself. Okay. Now, she already had to conjure up the strength to cuss us out, to write this GoFundMe. Okay. So she pulled herself together. She went and found her wig. Maybe she got them bangs in order. Okay. Went and found her cute little shirt with a lot of cleavage. Put them eyelashes on, and she about to let us have it. So let's see what sis talking about.
Your girl Chef Pii, and I am back with another video. Okay, so I know y'all wondering, like, where the hell is she? What does she have going on? Is she homeless? What's going on with my contract? I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I've literally been taking a sabbatical just to get my mind together, get my kids stabilized, get my house stabilized, and get my business back in order. So that is where I've been, just regaining balance and peace inside of my life. And I'm back now. I missed y'all so much. Thank you to all of the people who sent me kind words and motivation. Thank you also for the donations. They have helped tremendously, guys. Now, let's talk about what is actually going on and, all of this chaos that's going on with Dave's Gourmet. So, first of all, I want to acknowledge this $120,000 that they've responded to the blog saying that they paid me. So number one, it wasn't an upfront payment of $120,000 straightforward. It was sent to me partially. I don't know if it blocked out right there because the low battery thing came. But they were partial payments, and then also a huge chunk of that money went towards me paying for Airbnb and paying for hotels because, mind y'all, I was homeless for 6 months following this, in which I kept having a security issue because I was promised that I would receive legal help for people spreading false narratives about the pink sauce. However, that never happened. So it built up a lot for me, in which they know, and I have proof of the conversations that I actually had with them about not receiving the support that I was promised. So that goes to that. Now, also, people speculating about me getting my body done. Me getting my body done would not make me broke. And this ass came from Eunice. This is my ass. And who makes a financial decision that would make them broke? So my body has nothing to do with it. So let's leave that completely out of the category of what we're talking about. However, they know the proof and the truth in what I have on this phone. Now, also going back to my royalty, a lot of people like speculating or putting their input in. My royalty is supposed to be paid to me before any expenses. Before any expenses, I'm supposed to be cut my check. However, little do y'all know, or y'all do not know, because I've been silent for so long. We've been going through this since January.
Veronica, I'm gonna stop you right there, sweetheart. You have no idea what a royalty is. Nobody can pay you a royalty up front. A royalty is paid out when your sales have surpassed a specific threshold prior to receiving, or I'm wording that wrong. You can't receive royalties until your sales have reached or surpassed a certain threshold. Let me get myself together. What you're speaking of is an advance. And ultimately, that still is based on how much you sell going forward.
We've been going through this since January. So I literally have proof as to how the royalty was collected when I received my royalty for quarter one. When I received my royalty for quarter one, it was paid to me before any expenses. Now that I'm uncomfortable and they know that I would have been hiring legal help, they make this bogus excuse as to why they're putting expenses on top of my royalty. It does not work like that. So it's like, long story short, these people defrauded me. So I will have to sue them for fraud, because it's not only the calculation of the royalty, but it's everything else that is deteriorating my business and my brand. Because when we had negotiation, this is an innovative brand. This is an innovative product, which comes with risk, which means that money has to be allocated and put into marketing. The marketing is the company. They did not do that, which caused me to suffer drastically. And yes, I am in this for the long haul. That's why I'm here still fighting for my brand, because I'm not looking at the $1 million that was made. I'm looking at the millions and millions of dollars that wasn't made because they're not freaking listening to me. They're not listening to me. Like, it's so crazy. In freaking October, I was talking about a whole Barbie themed campaign. And no, we wouldn't have used Barbie font. I know people who commented on that as well. Like, there are certain ways to do certain things subliminally, but it would have been done, but none of that was supported. And I feel like the pink sauce was built through social media. The pink sauce was built fast through social media, and y'all deserve to see those visuals. Y'all deserve to see a fabulous sauce, and that is not what this is given. This is given beige sauce. I created the pink sauce, which is a vibrant, bright color.
Veronica, listen, honey. You knew once Dave Gourmet reformulated the sauce what it was about before they even got final approval to send it out. A company such as Dave's Gourmet, who's known for the sauce industry, the whole movement of sauce, they're known for having great sauces. I'm pretty sure they have a team of taste testers and, most importantly, quality control employees, personnel, teams, groups, what have you. Okay. You knew doggone well when that machine distributed that sauce in those bottles, it was not pink. That sauce has not been as vibrant pink since I don't know when. So why are you acting like they're at fault? If this is your product with your name, your vision, why didn't you sit down with them and say, "Hey, I thought, it was gonna be this, but it ended up being that. I don't particularly like the taste. What can we do?" I know we had to, change the ingredients to preserve the shelf stability, but, this is not what I had in mind for my sauce. You're lying. You're lying.
Beautiful, scrumptious, delicious sauce, and that is not what y'all getting. So now I have to work to rebuild my brand, and I am okay with that. And then also in regards to work, I'm comparing, call me delusional, but yes, I'm comparing myself to Beyonce. If Beyonce went dead ass broke, would you tell her to get a job? No. You would tell her to get another gig, and that's what I'm doing. I'm working my ass off every single day to rebuild the vision and the brand for my business. For my business. And then there's another thing. I own 100% of the Pink Sauce LLC. I did not sell my bread. I did not give away my bread. These people just took permission and abused it. So they took their permission and they abused it. But it's okay because I look at it as, well, that was 1 year, at least it wasn't 10 years. So we're fixing this. And I hope that and I get so riled up because I be so passionate, right? And if y'all not used to that, I have to excuse myself, but I was raised hard. But so I really hope that my story inspires or helps somebody else that is going through something like this, or that is thinking about signing a deal with another company. Please make sure that you have a contract attorney, and if they say red duck, blue duck, one duck, two duck, then make them write every single thing that they say down, because what these people did to me was gave me an ambiguous piece of paper that you don't know if you turn it left or you turn it right, and they're just manipulating words, and it does not work like that. So moving forward, I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna be talking to y'all, and it might be a little bit awkward starting off at first, but we gotta do this, and y'all gotta see, and y'all gotta learn me and all of that stuff. And I just feel like I'm free from prison. I'm free. I'm unsilenced. I can actually create, and I am running this ship because these people did not know what they were doing. They agreed to something that they could not handle. However, this is a really, really big learning experience for me because before I sign any piece of paper with anyone, let's best believe that everything will be written down.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees? If so, you need StreamYard On Air. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce the launch of StreamYard On Air. StreamYard On Air is a live webinar platform. You can host a webinar, an event, or a live stream.
All right. My bandwidth probably just can't take all the stuff that I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to play around with StreamYard a little bit, and so I guess when I added that cute little GIF, it got mad and it started glitching. So we're gonna move on from her rant. So since then, she hasn't posted anything else to YouTube. She did go on a post to things on her Instagram, but she has been very silent, and there's a reason why. But before we go into that, I am going to read to you her fundraiser, and I'm going to see if I can share my screen. I don't know how to make it larger. I am not that advanced yet, so I got to play around with it with a little more, but I can share the screen so you can at least see it. And so the GoFundMe is titled Help Get Justice for the Pink Sauce. You see, she dug deep into her archives to get the best picture she could find for y'all. She has raised $25,459 with a goal of $100,000. And just so y'all know, Kyrie Irving is the one who donated the $25,000 to her. The rest are just people who are nosy, such as myself, but I did not donate because I ain't got it. And basically, all of the comments on here are very, very negative. I think there was one person on here, maybe two, that wished her well. And so I don't have any comments about that at all. I guess I could read the GoFundMe to you guys. All right, it says, Hi, my name is Veronica Shaw. I am the founder of the Pink Sauce LLC, one of the most viral sauce sensations of 2022. As a young entrepreneur with big dreams, I followed my intuition and went forth toward my dreams to create something new. I made a few mistakes on the way, which led me to trust a company that is trying to take everything away from me. They lied to me. They are not paying me and are not being transparent about records. I have tried on multiple occasions to try and come to one accord with them, but they refuse to reimburse me for marketing expenses that I spent my own funds toward. I have been silenced and financially sabotaged. I am a single mom and I do everything for my kids. Right now, I don't even have enough money to buy my kids food on my own. My mom is on disability and has been giving us $20 just to get by on a daily basis. School is a few days away. I haven't been able to get my kids clothes or anything. I am currently facing an eviction that has gone into default. The sheriffs can come to my door any day now. I need legal help. They are refusing to pay me the royalty that is owed to me. I don't know what else to do. I can't give up. I need help. That you do. I personally, when I be donating to this GoFundMe's are for emergencies, people who need real help, people who are facing medical ailments, different type of traumas, things of that nature. Maybe they're facing homelessness, natural disaster relief, things of that nature. This is not an emergency to me. This is a cry out to help me sit on my ass and you give me the money so that I can continue to do me. I will not, yeah, I will not. And that's the end of that. If you want to donate, I can't tell you what to do. If you feel led, then by all means help her. If not, it is what it is. Let's move on. So, I told you that Veronica, Miss Shaw, Chef P, decided to go silent, radio silent on social media. I'm not sure if she's still posting on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account. But I do know that she has not posted on Instagram for about almost a month. I say about 3 weeks or so. And it is because Dave's Gourmet said, you are not gonna continue to slander our name and lie. And so they reached out and they gave the whole story, and I am getting ready to read it with a smile on my face because I love receipts. And so I got this article from the website, Oh No They Didn't, livejournal.com. Thank you. So here we go. Dave's Gourmet revealed that Veronica received $45,000 upfront for purchasing the pink sauce brand from her. Now, didn't that girl just sit up there and say that they didn't buy the sauce from her? Hmm. Let me finish reading this paragraph and then I'm going to go on a little rant. It says that it was agreed she would be responsible for handling all refunds to customers who received bad product or didn't receive anything despite paying for it prior to the partnership. Okay, so you received $45. You sold your product to Dave's Gourmet after you sat up here and said that you didn't. And I can only stipulate, what that means. I know I'm getting older and my brain doesn't work at the caliber that it used to, but I can still do a little bit of comprehending. And I believe that this means that they paid you for your product and, that was your money to pocket. And so I don't understand why you didn't take that money and do right by it. Now you sitting up here saying that you were facing eviction, right? You live in Florida. I have no idea what the rent could be. Let's just say it was $2,000. And I'm being, like I said, naive about the cost because I have no idea. I don't know anything about Florida. Let's just say it's $2,000 for you to rent a two-bedroom apartment or whatever. Okay. If you had taken $24,000 of that $4,500 $45,000. You could have paid your rent up for a year, okay? That would have prevented you from being, quote, unquote, "on the verge of being evicted," okay? So that leaves you with $21,000. For $500, you could have went and purchased business insurance. So now that's going to protect your LLC even further in the event that you are sued. Okay. Any event that any of your products, your ingredients, your packaging, anything pertaining to that company, if it's damaged, stolen, what have you, you are protected. Okay. That leaves you with $20,500. You could have taken $10,000, got some people on your team, even if it's just one individual that's highly skilled, they could have helped you with marketing. You don't know or you refuse to understand what building a brand is. And it's different from marketing. Your brand is not the product itself. And that's where you're confusing the two. Your brand tells a story about who you are, what your product is, what type of feeling we're supposed to get when we see your product. It's storytelling, right? You had not taken the time to do that. Unfortunately, when the pink sauce is mentioned, it's not mentioned in a good light. because you didn't take the time to build it. You just said, "Look, I put a whole bunch of dragon fruit and food coloring in this sauce. It tastes like ranch. Here." Okay? Nobody knows anything further. And then unfortunately, if somebody that has no clue who you are and what the pink sauce is, let's just say they went in Walmart and they by chance saw it and they decide to Google it. Girl, do you know how much bad things are gonna come up? People have just thrown so much stain on your name, and you neglected to try to rectify that and restore yourself and restore your brand, your name. You're worried about the wrong things. You should have taken that $10,000, hired someone to help you market and rebrand. Okay. There's people out here that'll do it for cheap because they're hungry, they're hustling, and they're thriving. They're looking for success. They're hungry for success. So they would have done it for little to nothing to help you because it ain't just pink cabinets and pink wigs. We passed that. What else? Okay. So say you took that $10,000 and you pay somebody to help you market. That leaves you with $10,500. You could have taken $500 and paid somebody to make a website for you. You could have got your hosting, got your domain. They could have made you a cute pink website so you can sell the product as well on your own if you still wanted to be a product based business. Or you could have used that to create a blog. You could have used that to put recipes on there and not just pink devil eggs. Don't nobody want that. I'm talking about other stuff that you like to eat that maybe we can use with the pink sauce. Okay. You still got $5,500. Okay. What you could have done with the rest. Oh, wait. No, I forgot about something. For your website, you could have did recipes. You said that the reason why you became infatuated with dragon fruit is because you were trying to balance the levels of magnesium in your body due to heightened anxiety, which I can relate to that. Now, I'll give you that. I have anxiety like what? But that could have been an opportunity for you to reach a specific audience. You could have used that website and your blog to journal about anxiety. You could have used that to speak about things that help you overcome anxiety, things that can help other people overcome anxiety. Okay. You could have talked about the effects on mental illness for Black women. You could have talked about barriers for Black women in business. Instead, you chose to hop your tail on here and dog a company that didn't ask for anything but your permission to help you. Foolish. So let's get back to this $5,500 that you have left. You could have taken $5,000 and gone to a lawyer and say, listen, I have $5,000 left. I need somebody to help me with contracts. How much is your retainer for a year? Every quarter, I need you to help me make sure my contract is up to date. If I need to change something in there that I don't agree with, say whatever your royalty amount is or whatever your advance amount is, if you don't like how many units are being distributed, any little thing that you feel you needed to change, update, you could have a lawyer at your disposal to help you with that. It's apparent that you don't. That's why we're here. So, see, it's not always about how much money you can make or how much you feel like your brand is worth, your business is worth. You had more than enough money to take care of something. It takes money to start a business. It takes money to make money. Okay. So after the agreement was signed, it turned out that Miss Shaw did not have enough money to cover her refunds. So Days Gourmet gave her another $30,000 to cover refunds, even though it was not their responsibility. This is another thing about business. So, Veronica, I'm speaking with you, directly to you, and whoever else is thinking about starting a business. When you start to make sales, I don't care if you make 1,000 sales in one day, you do not spend that money. There is no such thing as a profit your first year or two of business. First of all, you don't know if you're going to have refunds if it's in your policy to receive for a consumer to receive a refund. So let's just say, they did buy your product, they don't like it, they got sick, whatever the case may be. Okay, fine. I'm sorry that that happened to you. I'm sending a refund immediately. That's the end of it. Nobody should have to fight to get good customer service. You spent those people's money. That's what happened. And that's why you didn't have the money to cover it. And so I pulled out my calculator and I did a little math. And you were selling those bottles at $20 a pop. So that meant you sold 1,500 bottles. You got excited because people were interested in what you could do for them and you didn't deliver. You just didn't deliver. And they were nice enough. This company was nice enough to say, "Okay, well, we wanna help you out as much as we can. Well, let's get you out of this debt." They gave you $30,000 to refund $1,500, 1,500 bottles worth of refunds to you. I don't know if you refunded or not, but let's move on. Fall of 2022, and I'm sorry if I yell, y'all just get excited. Shaw was struggling financially, so Days Gourmet provided her with multiple cash advances that totaled more than $40,000. They did not charge her any interest or fees. These advances were supposed to be offset by future royalties that Shaw was going to earn. Didn't I say that? So, Veronica, they have given you $70,000 so far. Actually, $115,000 so far. The 45,000 was to buy the company from you or buy the actual sauce from you. Okay. 30,000 was to help get your butt out of trouble with everybody that you owed money to. Now they've given you $40,000 cash advance. So they've given you the money up front. You lied and said they didn't give you nothing up front. Yes, they did. And I guess maybe you didn't understand what it meant by it's going to be offset based on what you bring in later. So if you only sold, well, how much is it at Walmart? I don't know, $8. Let's say you sold 10 bottles in 1 quarter, which is not bad because this is a brand again that maybe not many people know. You can't assume because you got 6.8 million views on TikTok that the world knows you. Okay. If I wasn't as nosy as I am, I would not have ever known who you were. You're not a household name yet. It's nice. It's wonderful that you made it in Walmart. But again, you can't just assume that everybody knows you and so you just gonna get all of these sales. That ain't it's not how it works, honey. There are so many different types of sauces. Girl. But anyway, let's just say you sold 10 sauces from quarter 1 to quarter 2. January to March, you sold $80 worth of sauce. The royalty that you will receive would be based off a few following factors: lawyer fees, accountant fees. Walmart is going to charge to have you have your product on their shelves. Labeling, packaging. Okay. Somebody has to pay to use the facility for manufacturing. Days Gourmet has to get paid. Then you'll get paid. You are not going to make that much money right away. It has to go through too many hands first. So if you didn't make any money at the end of quarter 1 and they gave you this advance already, quarter 2 is gonna look a little shabby, ain't it? Girl, February 2023. Veronica requested $10,000 in marketing expenses to throw herself a birthday party. Girl on TikTok. She also requested that they pay for her dress $800 and some shoes for $600. Days Gourmet said, nope, give us a smaller budget. She got upset and never collaborated with them since. You threw a whole ass tantrum because they didn't approve your marketing budget after they have already given you $115,000. Later on in February, she attempted to submit business expense reports for personal expenses such as 4 pairs of sneakers or expensing her grocery bills. Days Gourmet told her that is fraudulent. No. March 2023, Shaw communicated that she has spent the entirety of her previous advances. This is the $40,000, and that she needed another advance to feed her children and to avoid being evicted. Days Gourmet sent her 2 advances that totaled $5,000. We're at $120,000, right? Can I add correctly? May 2023. Due to the large advances on Shaw's royalty payment, the balance of quarter 1 royalties owed to Shaw, listen to this, came to $666.86. What did I tell y'all? Now, I don't know everything. I never have claimed to know everything, but when I know, I know. You didn't make enough money. You didn't make enough money in royalties. You said that, oh, my check was negative. It was not negative. You didn't you are upset and you're probably embarrassed because you just knew that once that product hit shelves, that was it for you. You were a millionaire. And that is so unrealistic. I am proud of the fact that you are goal oriented and you set the bar high, but you have to work to get there. Dave's Gourmet decided to hold off on deducting the $10,000 in advance for her royalties from the royalties due until later period so that she would have more funds to cover her needs at the time. So they paid her $10,668.68. This balance and all payments processed have been outlined and communicated to her consistently. Days Gourmet then deducted the above mentioned advances of $10,000 at the second quarter royalty payment. And this is when she start complaining. You already in the whole $10,000. So that's what the negative is from. Girl, that's not hard to understand. It's not hard to understand. This ain't hard to understand at all. June 2023. Shaw submitted an expense report to Days Gourmet that included requests for payment for the time dedicated to making social media content. Now, wait a minute. Again, I don't know what's in the contract. I don't. I can only speculate and be nosy. But you chose to use social media as a way to market your product. And there is nothing wrong with that. In fact, I believe in this day and age, that is one of the smartest things you can do. Social media is free. There are several platforms for you to use to get a wide reach. Okay, you can be as creative as you would like. You can be as informative as you would like. You can do reels, videos. You can go live. You got all of these things at your advantage. What are they paying you for? You don't say your time. Don't say that. Mm-mm. No, no. So, Days Gourmet said such requests were outside of the terms of the agreement. They wanted her to clarify the various expenses, such as backups, receipts, and explanations. And Miss Shaw has not done that. Now, it also says that Miss Shaw had certain obligations in her contract related to social media activities that she violated multiple times. But Days Gourmet chose not to enforce them as to not create a strained relationship. In total, Veronica Shaw received over $120,000 in payment from her partnership with Days Gourmet and Pink Sauce since August of 2022 to date. They offered her to pay her attorney's fees to go over her contract. Isn't that what I said? She should have had an attorney to go over her contract and to make sure all payments she has received are in fact correct, but she declined. Veronica, don't come on here no more. I don't want to hear anything else about you being bamboozled. I do not. Because you got money up front. You well, let me back up. You were looking for an immediate payout. Let's just call it what it is. And they bought this sauce from you. Okay. And I feel like that was a nice penny given the fact of your track record. They believed that this sauce could, do wonders for you and for them. And so they paid you for it. And again, I already gave you an itemized report, if you want to call that, or list or whatever of things that you could have done so that you wouldn't at least be homeless, or so you say. I don't believe you, but hey, they have tried to work with you on several occasions. These people have given you thousands of dollars to make sure that you have somewhere to live, you have food to eat, that you have everything that you need, and you blew it on I don't know what. And now you're trying to blame them because you don't understand what royalties mean. Now, I'm not the one, and I'm not in anybody's position to tell somebody what to do. I'm not, but I'm going to. And baby, you need to figure out what it is that you really want to do. You need to sit down and you need to soul search. And maybe this just isn't for you. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody's not to be meant to be a business owner. Everybody's not meant to, you know, be known or whatever it is that you're trying to get out of this. It's all right. Bow out gracefully. I don't know if you were a chef prior to this, and from what I've seen on your social media, it looks like you could throw down in the kitchen before you add all that pink to it. It really does. And so maybe you need to humble yourself and just go back to that. And then, let that be that. Don't waste anybody else's time. Stop begging. Just stop because the receipts are out. Okay, you've lied. I don't know if you're a scam artist. I don't want to put any labels on you, but it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Um, yeah. That's all I have to say. I'm done. I am done with it. We are done talking about this. Unless something else crazy pops up about this. My mouth is dry, honey. I need to drink some water and go find something else to be nosy about. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave comments if you like. Thank you for those who have taken the time to listen to me rant and subscribe to the channel. My goal for this month is 25, and so it would be so great to get there. I sincerely and genuinely appreciate everybody, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.